All right. If you don't know, I'm a Leafs fan. You can tell by the Leafs thing. If you went on my stream last night, a couple nights, I'm wearing the Leafs jersey. There's stuff around my room. If you see my room tour, Leafs fan. I've been a diehard Leafs fan since I was born. Followed the team, born and raised off the team. We know where this is going. Last night, this recording, probably editing and uploading it today, was Game 7 of the 2021-2022 first round playoffs, Leafs Tampa. I can go on and on about I could freak out. I could do what Steve Dangle does and freak out. Steve, I love you. I think you're a great content creator. I think you deserve everything through Sportsnet. I think, Sportsnet's where you should be. Your content's really entertaining. It puts a funny grasp on what a Leafs fan's life's like. I'm not going to be like him. I'm not going to freak out, scream, throw whatever. I don't even think I physically can. It's been 5 years in a row since they've been eliminated. Haven't won a playoff series since before I was born. I can freak out. I can get all upset. I could throw fists. I could break my wall. I could do this and that. Burn my Leafs jersey. Rip it up, burn it. Throw it in a fiery ash, a volcano, whatever. I'm numb at this point. It's been one of those things where you've been so used to it. At this point, I'm numb. I know, like a bunch of Leafs fans, it's heartbreaking, but you go into Game 7, you know you're not winning. So you don't expect to win. If you win, that's the surprise. Which, of course, they didn't win. Would I have liked to see them win? Yes. I was even saying on my stream last night, every time they win a playoff series, I would get more and more of a Leafs tattoo on my arm somewhere. Start with the outline, then fill it in blue, then put the name and the details and the Toronto Maple Leafs like on here, the words. Do all that. I could do all that. And eventually I will, hopefully, one year. But here's the thing, what did the Leafs do? I'm getting right into it. What did the Leafs do? They trade Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, Campbell. Did they get rid of them? Why would you get rid of them? If you take a step back, I mean, you take a wholehearted, just throw yourself back in another eyes. You're out of a Leafs fan moment. The team that keeps getting you here, okay. Last couple years, didn't show up. 2017, didn't show up. 18, didn't show up. 19, they showed up, but they threw out. 20, they showed up for a game. Last year, they showed up the first 3 games and then disappeared. This year was different. And you can say all you want about, was it really different? They still left the first round and it was different. The core 4, Matthews, Marner, Nylander always shows up in playoffs, and Tavares. They decided to pull their head out of their asses, and they showed up, and they played. They played like it was the regular season. Game 1, 5-0. Okay. Game 2, we don't talk about. Game 3, they win. Okay, Game 4, they lose, but do you see a trend going? It's okay. They win, they lose. They win, they lose. Game 5, at home, they win. They pull it back from the ashes. They're down 2-0. Pull it back, win 4-3. Game 6, they start to pull it back. Goes into overtime. They lose. Game 7, if you do the math and you follow the pattern like you did in grade 1 elementary school, the Leafs should win. And from watching the game, the Leafs should have won. Like they honestly were the better team. And you can argue, oh, they didn't score. Andre, or whatever his name, Vasilevsky, his Game 7 stats, especially after a win, his elimination game stats, he is equivalent to this. He is a brick wall. He's amazing. Give him that. You can argue all you want. You can say he's, absolute piss. Leafs couldn't score. They couldn't score against a goalie who wouldn't let anything in. You have Nick Paul or whatever his name is, his 2 goals. One was a horrible bounce. Okay, that's not your fault. You took a bad bounce. Unlucky. Second one, he kicks it out to his stick. Okay, you weren't expecting that. That's unlucky. Then you get the justice. I can argue the refs all I want. I could say the refs screwed the Leafs. The refs screwed the Leafs. You even have fans. I pulled it up on stream and I was looking through my phone. You even have fans agreeing that Justin Hall shouldn't have been called a penalty. You have the Leafs fans. You have even Tampa. You have Boston and Montreal fans. Diehard Leafs haters saying, genuinely, that shouldn't have been a call. Let's be honest. It shouldn't have been. You bump into a guy. Boop. Knock him over. There was harder hits during the regular season that weren't called. Okay, cool. Call comes back. They were playing their asses off. They're getting shots on net. Maybe they should have shot a little more. Maybe Morgan Rielly should have shot the puck a little more instead of skating around the ice. Sure. He ends up scoring, sure. They do their best. They pull it back. They try their hardest. They don't let in another goal. Soup Campbell was insane. But what do? You get rid of them? You get rid of the core 4? Who's going to take on the salary? 11 million for what? 3-4 more years? Who's going to take them? No one's going to take the salary. They're overpaid. Not really overpaid, but they're on the higher end. It's like trading Connor McDavid and his expensive contract or Sidney Crosby and his expensive contract. You don't trade them. Why would you? They're the one who's getting you to the playoffs. Would you trade Justin Hall? Maybe. He got you there too. Who would you trade? Kerfoot giving away a couple pucks? For what? He got the puck back. He took shots. You can't trade someone for actually showing up. Now, I know Spets is leaving this year. I hope he comes back. Love him as a player. No, he was a send for a little bit, but let's be honest. He's a great player. He's that locker room guy. That's why they won Game 5. That's why they came back from the 2-0 deficit. And it was the Spezza speech, and we needed more of that. What do you do? What do? You don't know what you do because you can't really do anything. They don't have cap space to spend. They don't have players to trade. They could get rid of a couple players, but they got you there. And realistically, who would you get rid of? Kerfoot? Sure. Who would you fill in? It's a lot of... You get rid of a player. Who do you fill in with them? Who fills in? Nobody. You can't think of anyone. I don't know who's a free agent this year. I really haven't been paying attention. But who fills in? That's the question. I could go on and on and on about how the Leafs should have won. And they really should have. On paper, they were the better team. On paper, they were the better team. And what do? It's not paper. It's not. It's a game. It's not paper. You can't do anything. You sit there as a Leafs fan and you're like, all right, they played their hardest. It's not like it was a blowout. It's not like it went to overtime. It's not like it was an actual heartbreak where they had a chance. They had a chance. But it wasn't a heartbreak. You can't go off and say, oh, it was a heartbreak. Oh, this and that. No. They showed up. But so did Tampa. And Tampa, yeah, they may not have a better defense. They had a better goalie. Jack Campbell, great goalie. He was amazing that game. The only 2 goals he let in were like accident goals. You can say maybe not accident, but like goals that looked like they, it wasn't just a shot on net that he just missed. It was quick in the moment. Okay. Explainable. Vasilevsky, he's the one, in all reality, he missed just an open shot. What do you do? What do you do? And I mean, you can go in the comments, and I'm putting this on TikTok. You can go in the comments and say, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You can roast me for being a Leafs fan. You can say, you guys lost. You guys lost. So what? We lost. We should trademark the saying, next year's our year. We've been saying it for 7 years. We've been saying it for so many years. That next year's our year. And I mean, you have even sometimes like Habs fans coming along and saying, I've seen comments and it's like, Habs fans, we get, like, trust me. Like, as they say, I'm a Habs fan, and even then, it's like, I feel bad for you guys because you guys are a great team. You just are very unlucky. My dad's a diehard Leafs fan, born 1977. Born a Leafs fan, still a Leafs fan. He didn't watch Game 7. He knew what was going to happen. I watched it, hoping that something would happen, but it was still in my mind, that nothing's going to happen. They're going home. They're going to the golf courses this year. Like every Leafs fan knew. I was a little late to the game. Apparently started at 7. I thought it was 7:30. Okay, cool. What do you do? Now, I'm cheering for the rest of the Canadian teams. Edmonton, Calgary, go for them. I want them to win. I want a Canadian team to win, as long as it's not Montreal. But I want a Canadian team to win. I do. I really want, so we can, that whole Gary Bettman curse of no Canadian team winning since 93 when Montreal won. I want Edmonton to win. I want Calgary to win. Bring the cup back to Canada. I think every Canadian team is rooting for, like, or every Canadian, like, hockey fan is rooting for a Canadian team. As much as you hate the other team, you still kind of want them to win because it's your home country. Now, what do you do? The question of the day, question of the year, question of the week, question of the day for 6-7 years straight. What do you do? I say you do minimum. I mean, this is the best they played all year. You go in, you look at the positives. Yeah, okay, we lost. First time in years Matthews shown up. First time in years Marner's shown up. William Nylander's been carrying the playoffs. Jason Spezza's been there. He's amazing. You look at the positives. Here's where we can work on. But here's what we did right. And you focus on what you did right. You have your summer practices. And you work on it. What else do you do? There's nothing else you can do. This is Leafs hockey. It's a whole cycle. I don't even think this is going to be edited. Let's be honest. This is just a rant. I don't think this is going to be edited. But it's a whole cycle. This is our year. Leafs start doing well. Elimination. Hopefully next year. I could say next year's our year. I can go on. Next year's our year. We're coming back 10 times stronger. The demons, they're still there, but they're so tiny now that it's not even a problem. No. Who knows? It's hockey. It's hockey. Anything can happen. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. Put your what you believe in the comments. Yeah, whatever you believe in the comments below, please go ahead. Say what you believe. Hopefully next year's our year. That's what I believe. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Tampa. You guys played a hell of a game. Congratulations to every other team who's made it. You guys deserve to be there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And when in doubt, 10 out.